Promise, hold on tight. Here comes Armageddon's bite. Can't open a twist and turn. Feel the power as you learn. Top rolls rising like the sun. Flood press heavy, gotta run. Side pressure moves so fast. Fight for glory, make it last. Smash to the back, case the mass. Back pressure strong, never pass. Break on tension, feel the pain. Push through when it's in the vein. Hold your ground, don't give in. Feel the fire deep within. In the arena, battles rage. Strength and spirit break the cage.
Boom. Now we're live. How's it going, boys?
Going pretty good.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. So, Joe, well, actually, we'll start. So, we got Nicholas Mode back in the house. You had a big event this weekend, and then we got Derick, and I don't know how to spell your last name. What's your last name, Derick?
It's Mahurin.
Ahern. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get good enough so that people know how to say my last name.
Yeah, Mahurin. I'll get it. I'll get it. And you train with Jody Williams, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, and you guys just had the Joe Woody Invitational, right? Is that what you guys did?
Yes. Yep.
Right on. It was obviously a good event.
Yeah, I had a pretty good turnout. There was a lot of competition. Yeah, for the tournament, it was pretty stacked compared to what it usually is.
Nice. Did you guys both perform well?
I'll let you go first, Nick. Okay, so I got 3 seconds and a third. I lost to Vok Tong only in the 242 on the left and on the right, and then I lost to Ernest in the grinder, and I lost to Vok Tong on the left in the supers, and then Ernest on the right in the supers.
Oh, you pulled supers. Okay. You pulled supers and 242.
Yep, and they're running back to back too. So.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's tough. That's you know what though, I'd rather that though, because sometimes long breaks screw me up because I stiffen up and then I lose that, my central nervous system drops off. So
what sucked is I got in a grinder with Ernest, and then I had finals in 242 with Vok Tong right after I had a grinder with Ernest, and then I had the finals to Ernest after the grinder with Vok Tong. So it was.
Oh yeah, just lined up bad. Yeah.
I mean, not finals. The semifinals. So I had semifinals with Ernest, and then I pulled Vok Tong for 242, and then Ernest pulled Vok Tong for first and second, and 243 plus. So it was back to back to back.
Yeah, I hate that. That always happens to me. It's like Brian Parliament, and I walk away. I'm like, okay, Brian Parliament. I'm like, what? You run back up. It's like, oh damn. Yeah, you at least want a little bit of time to recover. Then there's this Bog. What is his name?
Vok Tong Baridze. He's a Georgian guy. He used to train with Levon and Iraq, Lee Gennady, Rivas, and all them.
Oh, okay. So he's one of those guys, is he?
Okay. He was the 2023 European champ. He's placed at WAF. He's pretty good.
Yeah, we got a bunch of guys that came from Ukraine, and at first I was like, dang, like it's gonna be tough, but they've actually done a lot to help raise the level here. So I actually appreciate them coming. Yeah, it's nice to get that European talent here, and it really gets us to raise the bar a bit, right? And makes us train, and then we know actually the next level that we need to hit, right?
Yeah, it opens your eyes to realize like how far people can really take it.
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, that's why I always tell people to travel, pull different hands, go, like we're trying to go to the States now a lot because we keep pulling in the same guys. We don't really know our level, and it's hard to shoot higher because you don't really know what's out there, right? So you got to feel it to know to achieve it, right? So yeah. So it is really important to get around, pull as many hands as possible, travel, right? And you always bring something back too with you, right? So
what did you learn about yesterday, Derick? So at LLD 5 weeks ago, I pulled in Jody's tournament that he hosts.
Yep.
And I was around 270 pounds, and I cut to 242 for this tournament.
Ouch! You lost a lot of strength.
I lost a lot of strength and kind of got my butt kicked. The guys that beat me, I mean, it was like Brian Fry, who's won Worlds, and Mark Owens won Master Worlds a bunch, and
and I lost to Nick. So it's
Yeah.
I didn't lose to slouches, but I didn't
No.
do as good as I wanted, and
Mhm.
it's kind of hard to break into that category where you go from someone who's too good for amateur, but then not good enough to like win an open tournament. So
Yeah.
I definitely learned that I just got to keep working hard and just
Yeah.
kind of
That's the
plug
thing,
away.
right? Yeah, like a lot of guys here stay in amateur a long time and it doesn't really do anything for them. I always say, listen, if now you're placing pretty high every time in amateur. If you're not winning, you're at least getting second, right? You're not really going to actually elevate yourself until you jump in the pro. And then when you jump in the pro, you're going to get bad brackets and you're going to pull guys that are going to whoop you, but you're
Mhm.
never going to forget what you felt. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then when you're training, the bar. You say, hey, that guy, yeah, he was just so strong there. Like, I need to get stronger. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's ultimately how we level up and become really good. If you just stay amateur or low level or just do the small events, yeah, you're only going to be as good as the people you're pulling, right? So,
and that's part of what I find so like addicting about this sport is
yeah,
my goal now is the next tournament that I grip up with those same people is maybe I don't win, but if I
that's
feel
right.
maybe I have a little bit more of a lane or a little more bite, then I'm like, okay, my training paid off, and
That's right.
it's just
Well,
brick by brick.
next time you stop them, you go,
Yeah,
oh, there it is, right?
yeah,
Maybe you don't
yeah,
pin them, but now you're like, okay, well, I know how to stop you now. You know what I mean? And then
for sure.
exactly, and that's how you progress, right? And I always tell people too, pick one guy. So just have a guy that beat you in an event and just make him your target. You know what I mean? Just make him your target. And then when you overcome him, pick another guy. That's what's
Yeah,
helped me. It's helped me because then it's like every time I beat a guy I couldn't beat before, I just know I'm that much stronger. And now I got to pick the next guy. You know what I mean? And that's how I do it. And it works really well for me. So
yeah,
yeah, definitely. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually complimenting the guy that you're trying to beat, right? Like
Yeah. We
yeah,
have a couple of those in Oregon. So me and Ernest, he's one of my teammates. We go back and forth. Like I beat him, he beats me. And each time we come back, we're better and better.
yeah,
So I'm really glad that I have something like that to work with and
yeah,
teammates like that to work with.
yeah,
And competition in Oregon in general to work with. So I actually have a bar to go because if after you start winning, if you win everything, like you're not going to learn a whole lot,
yeah,
and that's when I feel like you become stagnant and
yeah.
you don't improve or you just won't go anywhere if you're beating everybody. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
exactly, exactly. I mean, I said it probably every two podcasts, but I don't care for Ryan Bowen much, but he did say, chase your losses till you can't find them, right?
yeah,
That's a good saying.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean,
Yep.
you know, it's like
yeah,
that's how you can just keep elevating yourself, right? You just make a target and just work towards that target. And when you fulfill yourself and you get it, then you just pick another target. And again, just it almost falls into the same thing, right? Like just picking somebody and just
Oh, no,
saying,
I wanted to announce while we're live that I really appreciate you guys for sponsoring me for the Joe Wood event, and it really helped out a lot.
oh, that's good. Yeah, it was bad timing, but I wanted to help you out. And it's we do that, right? We're for the community. And when we
Yeah,
can, we will.
you guys want the sport to grow.
Well, we do. We
You guys
do.
want the
We
sport.
we invest heavily into the sport. Our time. I mean, we haven't made really a cent off arm wrestling, but we love putting into it and watching it grow. And we're hoping one day that we are prosperous. Like when this channel eventually, like I'm hoping it grows and we eventually make some income. But it's just going to go back into the community because I just want to put it towards events and put it towards sponsoring and put it toward it just you know what I mean? I just want to keep putting it back in, right? And
yeah.
I hope you guys become the 51st state
me too.
of the United
Me
States.
too, buddy. I signed the referendum thing, so my name's on the ballot. So
How many heads of cattle is it per person in Canada?
it's 100 head of cattle per person in Alberta. Yeah,
That's a lot of cattle.
yeah, yeah.
That is a lot of beef that I could be eating.
We got good beef, man. We got Alberta beef is the best in the world, believe me.
And how many people are in Alberta?
I think 7 million, 6 point something million. It's not
So
huge.
so
Yeah.
that's a lot of cattle.
Yeah, it's a lot of cows, man. That's all you see
You
is
guys
cows
are
when you're here. So yeah.
you guys are eating good.
Oh yeah, we eat good. Well, I showed you a picture of some of my steaks. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they look phenomenal.
It was good. It was what was it? A strip loin and a ribeye that I had on that day. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I
No
enjoyed it.
vegans.
Oh no, no. Well, you can't be a vegan in arm wrestling. You be
Andrei Sharkovich is vegan.
No way, really?
Yeah, yes, he is.
Yeah, but he does something to supplement his protein like heavily. Yeah.
Has to. It's a
Yeah.
lot of tofu.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a strong fucker too. Yeah,
He
yeah.
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Vegan, I don't know. Yeah, I understand it. You don't like hurting animals, but at the same time, we need we were created to eat meat. Our body, the way it operates, the way we fuel ourselves and heal, and just everything. Meat is very important in our diets, right? So that's why we have canine teeth, right? Like, um, we're meant to eat meat. So, and I like to eat wild meat myself. I would prefer to actually,
Elk.
yeah, elk. I like moose. I love moose meat. Oh, I can't get enough. I buy
I've
it
never
too.
had I've never had moose.
Moose
Yeah, I
is
wish we
just
had
like
moose
cow.
today.
It's
That'd be
just like
so
eating
fun.
beef, but the best beef you've ever had in your life. It's
Yeah.
fat free. It's cholesterol free. It's amazing, amazing meat, man.
Oh,
It's
I love me my cholesterol though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like you can get ground moose, right? You can do all that shit to it, just like you would the roasts. Like I never used to eat wild animals at all. And then this Newfoundlander guy I knew, he always ate wild meat, but he was healthy, right? He was like 68 years old. I thought he was like 50 when I met him. He's like, "Oh, you got to eat the moose meat by." I'm like, "No, man, I'm not eating moose meat, right?" And anyway, he goes, "Oh, I this one week he goes, I got a cow. Anyway, you want a roast for you and your family?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he brought me in this nice roast, and I'm looking at it, not a speck of fat on it. It was just so lean. I did it.
Oh my lord.
Oh, we ate it, and my whole family was like, "Wow, that was so good." I went back. I said, "Listen, can I buy a half cow? Like, is there more?" Right? And he goes, "Oh, you like that moose meat buy?" I'm like, "Yes," because if that was moose, I loved it. So ever since I've been, and then I found out a lot too. It's about curing, right? So it's like I had venison once, and it was real wild, gamey tasting, but it
Yeah.
was because they just chopped it up and ate it, right? If you hang it and you do it properly, it takes that gaminess away from it, right? You gotta treat it like a prime cut of meat, right? So
Yeah, I'm weird. I like that gamey taste.
yeah, some people do. Some people do. I mean, I don't mind it, but I definitely know when I taste that gaminess, I know it's not beef, right?
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, that is wild game right there.
Yeah. But I make jerky out of everything. So I got a big smoker. My smoker's going all the time. So I'm I love jerky. I eat pounds of it all the time. Lots of jerky.
I'll buy a bag of jerky off you.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have when I ever see you, I'll make sure I'll bring you a bag and I'll hook you up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I know we got off topic, but it's like you started talking about meat, man, and I love meat.
Yeah. You can tell we're not like 198 pullers. We're
No, I'm 300 plus, buddy.
yeah.
I'm not a small man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I don't look big on the pod, but yeah. Yeah.
You resemble it's weird to say you resemble the BLM in a way.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm a bigger BLM. Yeah.
A bigger version of BLM, just like your build.
Hmm. BLM's a bit
Have you
older,
ever
though.
pulled a BLM?
No, he was down here a couple years ago. He pulled at the Torque tournament, and I was so new, I was intimidated by the names that were there, and I was a bitch, and I didn't go, and I would regret it deeply because I wish I would have went. There was John Terrian, BLM, Pork Chop, Evan Burgoyne, Beerman was there. There was a lot of good pullers down from Ontario, and I missed it because I was just new in the sport and didn't think I would be able to compete. But I don't think that way anymore, and I totally recommend against that thought process because every opportunity on the table, no matter how you do, is a good opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's a learning experience either way.
yeah. No, exactly, exactly. Like it's so important. People get intimidated and stuff. It's like no, arm wrestling is about arm wrestling, and You don't get intimidated. You grip up with whoever. You take the challenge always. Like I've never said no to a super match because why would I? You know what I mean? It's an opportunity,
It
right?
is.
And I've been lucky that I've had people higher ranked than me actually challenge me. Pretty much all my super matches, I've been the one challenged. So it's kind of cool in a way, right? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So they know
I
it's
already
gonna pay
talked to you
off.
about my experience with that. I had that experience with Georgi Svetkov.
Yeah, yeah, I know a little bit about it. I see it. Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah.
that, that guy was awesome, man.
Yeah, he's a nice guy for sure.
He's the one that helped me fill in not all my weaknesses because I still have some weaknesses, but when it comes to my hand and wrist, he
Pointed out.
definitely he picked it apart and he showed me what I needed to work on. And since then, those are the little things that I work on religiously.
Yeah.
And I think even though I've lost weight, I've lost arm power, but in the process of doing that, my hand power has gotten significantly better because those things that I've been working on religiously have been
Yeah.
paying off. And I've been improving the levels in that aspect in that area of my game as well.
Well, see, when I look at you, Paul, and I look at you and your son, you remind me of my teammate, and you met him, Cody. You remind me of Cody so much. And I know one of the things that he's been a powerhouse ever since I known him. But one thing that he used to struggle with is that if I was able to control his hand, he couldn't access his power, and I could always do what I want with him. One thing he's been working on is that, you know what I mean? Keeping more hand, trying not to lose his pronation, and he's being able to access his power now. And he's beating guys he could never beat before, right? So, looking at your arm length and your build and everything, I would say that you were having a problem keeping your hand at times and not accessing your power. And now you're fixing that. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm just guessing. I'm guessing.
A majority of my losses are probably from top rollers. So yeah, you're
Yes.
correct.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just because your hand, and not that it's not the tiniest hand, it's thick and everything. And but your
It's just
lever is
short.
shorter. Yeah, you have a shorter lever. But I mean, once you figure it out and you make those areas strong, right? You can actually there's short levered pullers I don't like pulling because they in some ways they have benefits to their short lever. It's just how to use that benefit, right? To your advantage, right?
He me and Derick are the same height, but Derek's got like a 9 inch hand and his elbow to fingertip length, I think is what, 22 inches?
Yes, he's
Yeah,
got
it's
two
like
inches on
21
me.
and 3/4. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 20
Yeah,
from
and
tip to elbow.
Derek's 5'8" has a 21 3/4 inch lever, and
That's
that's
crazy.
really good for 5'8".
That's
Yeah, but
well,
I
yeah,
haven't
you're a
learned to use it
mutant.
yet, though. I can tell you
You're a
that.
mutant. You should be top rolling. I hope you're top roller.
I am a top roller. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I
'cause you
tell him
gotta
this
push
time,
that
it's like,
lever.
dude, you're so genetically gifted for this sport, you don't even realize it yet.
That's
Like you
really
are, it's nutty. He has a 6'5" wingspan. It's like it's ridiculous. He's a monkey.
yeah, yeah, you are a
Yeah.
monkey.
Yeah.
No, with a 20, almost a 22-inch lever, that
Yeah.
is like I'm 20 from fingertip to elbow. And actually I'm disadvantaged a lot of times in my class because I'm a super. And most supers are like 22 inches, right? Like a lot of them. And I go up against them and yeah, with 20-inch lever, I had to figure things out, right? But you figure it out, right?
I
And
told Derek once he gets to the 198 220 class, he's not gonna find anybody with a lever like that at all.
no, oh no, he'll have a huge advantage. And
And his hand's big too. It's what, almost, it's like 9 inches from fingertip to palm.
yeah, and I don't have that either. My hand's a thick hand. Like my thumb pad is well, my hand's like people compare me to John Brzenk, the way my hand's built. It's
Oh,
not
nice.
overly, it's not that impressive, but when you grip up with me and you feel the thickness of my hand, then and you can't get your hand around my hand at all. Like if he's got that big of a hand, he probably can get around my hand. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Are you a high knuckle top roller or are you a low
Uh,
hander?
so I, for some reason, kind of like to almost do like a can opener style, like top roll, where I like to cup the person in and then pronate over through my wrist.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
yeah. There's Matt
but
style. Yeah.
yeah, but it also kind of can get me in trouble though with people who are really good in the hook because it allows them to suck me in if I don't have enough pronation to battle out of it. So
Well, what you gotta do is low your move really against a hooker, you want a low hand for one.
yeah, I need to work on low handing.
Get good on low handing. And remember with low handing, I'm on the pond. Don't have on the pond. But anyway, so did my wife teasing me. With low handing, it's you almost want to act like just to give you an example with low handing, you want to have a lot of drag back pressure because what
Yeah.
you do is you almost want to let them act like they're sinking their hook and just drag straight back and then come over their hand, right? And
Yeah.
hookers, if you get really good at low handing, people won't will have a really hard time hooking you ever,
And
especially
I was telling Derek that because that's how he trains his back pressure. He does that lat style, that lat style,
the lat
lat drag
style.
back pressure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I told him with that lever against hookers, you want to low hand.
Yeah, low hand. Yeah, low hand. Like I have Sean Crowther. He's my training partner, and he's my
That's the guy that I got asked to pull in Montana.
yes, yes, and he's a really very technical puller.
He was toying with torque wrench in the
Oh, yeah.
after pulls.
Oh yeah, I know, I know, I know. But and torque wrench is strong too. Oh yeah, Logan, he's a strong dude, man. Nicest guy in the world, though. Fuck, and he's coming back. He's actually pulling right again. Watch for him to make a big comeback here soon.
He has a match come up with Jordan Sill.
Yeah. He's got the horsepower. He's got the horsepower. He's got to forget. He's got to, you know what Logan's got to do in that match, and I want to talk to him. Everyone focuses on Jordan's hand. You got to just fucking say fuck that because you'll lose because Jordan's hand's really good. You need to actually really just think about keeping your faculties on the go. So like don't worry about taking Jordan's hand or trying to beat his hand because it's hard to do. Just work on keeping your pronation and driving immediately. Jordan doesn't like to be put on the defense instantly, like in a negative. And then if you in pressing, he's got a weakness to press. So if you can drive him quickly to the B side and come in and press him, I watched him lose to a guy that I thought was a smuck. And he lost like 6 months ago to a guy, and that's all the guy did. He just very fast hit him off center and then pressed him, and he managed to beat Jordan still. So that's what I've watched, right?
Yeah, I pulled in a tournament with Cody Mayer and Jordan Sill in Idaho, and I didn't get to pull Jordan left-handed. I pulled him right-handed, lost him right-handed. I
Yeah.
got to after pull him a little bit. His hand is really good, but you're all right. He is vulnerable to side pressure.
That's right. Yes.
But his hand is very solid, and if you go after his hand, you're making a very big mistake.
Yes, you are. You'll lose. That's when you'll lose because you'll lose too much and you won't be able to be offensive with them. And with Jordan, you got to make sure that you can be offensive. So don't worry so much about his hand. Do your best to keep your pronation active so he can't take that from you. And then don't waste any time. Take him sideways. Yeah, I'm telling you, I seen the holes. I analyze matches. I break down I'm OCD. So like that's one thing. That's why I like super matches so much because I will pull different every super match. Like I really,
Yeah.
yeah. No, unless I underestimate the guy, which I did with one guy, that Brennan kid. I underestimated him, and he fucking yeah, and I regret that because I mean, I lost, right? And I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I underestimated him in the tournament at LOD. I went inside. I gave him a little too much in the setup, and he got me in.
He got you
I
deep in.
he got me right in the hook and brought me right over on the right hand. And I wasn't expecting him to hook me, and then I ended up coming back obviously and beating him. But
Yes.
he's tricky, and I also didn't know that he had a press in his arsenal too.
Yeah, yeah. No, he does. He does. And
A fast press.
he's funny because he doesn't care if he breaks his arm. Like my second hit, like when he brought the match around, it was first round, I just ripped him to the pad. Second round, I ripped him again to the pad, like after a lot of fuckery, slipping, straps, foul, you know what I mean? And then I ripped him to the pad, but he got me like this and like he was totally supinated, arm break position and I couldn't break the lock. And what I should have done is what I normally would do is I would just bring my elbow forward and I would side pressure press him. But I was so confident and I didn't, and I was like, my head was swollen. I thought I was just going to kill this kid. I just hit and hit thinking I was going to break through it. And he just kept there and he's like, I don't care, break my arm. And I was like, fuck. And I just kept hitting and hitting and hitting. And eventually he tired me up. And then there was a bunch of fuckery that match. It was like one of my buddies was reffing, but it was his first time reffing. And there was some fucked up calls. But either way, the kid still wore me out. He still came back and beat me. So yeah, no, I do want that one back. But I figured I'd let it linger for a while and let him get some wins so it looks better when I come back and beat him. So yeah. But he's a strong kid though, and there's no quit. He doesn't know quit. So I'll give
No,
him
and he works his ass off too.
he
Like him and his
does.
brother, they
And
work their
tires.
asses off.
Yeah, throwing tires all day. It's like his hand's solid, right? Like, yeah. I mean, I was able to break that, take his hand, but it didn't really matter, man. Like it
Yeah,
was
he can pull he can pull it out his hand.
he can, yeah, and it really, and I didn't think of that. I never really gave him that much credit. I watched all his, and none of that, like when I pulled him, he actually watched my tape. So he watched how I pull and top roll. And I watched his tape, and all I seen was a guy that just wrist curls and drags people over. So I'm like, you're not wrist curling me and dragging me over. Like, I'm sorry. And he didn't. But guess what? I get to the table, I'm waiting for him to do the wrist curl, try to drag me over. He goes, light grip slip. I'm like, whoa, I've never seen him do that before in a match. That fucking threw me off. I'm like, he didn't do any of that shit in the shit I watched. Anyway, I went back to the table. Then he's setting up high. He's setting up high to try to block me, like block my hit. I'm like, this is not what you did in all the matches I watched. Like, that totally fucked me. Yeah, he fucked me up. He studied me, and I took him for granted. So, yeah, he actually did some things for me specifically, and it worked. So, yeah. Yeah, I felt a little. I got humbled on that anyway. I got humbled on the match. It was good, and he knows. He said anytime, so we'll have a rematch, and he's a good kid too. Him and his brother are gonna get really good because they love the sport. So
Another guy over there that needs a little recognition once he learns how to get on the table is Jordan Spadell, and then the other teammate Alexander Groot.
yeah, Groot's. Yeah, no, he is good, and he's gonna be a top five in I'd say in 2 years.
I think he's already there. He just has to prove himself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he beat when he beat Jake Houston.
Yep.
Yeah, like I was talking to Jake. Jake's a friend of mine. I like Jake a lot. And I thought Jake would be just too fast and too good in the setup. But Groot's hand size and his strength that he's developed, I mean, it's really impressive.
His body
Yeah.
structure for his weight class is ridiculous too.
It is. It is. No, I know. He's got long levers too. Fucking
His
fit.
hand is very strong too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I've watched his lift, some of his training. He's pretty impressive. He's gonna be a name. Like he already is kind of a name, making himself a name now. So that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, no, that's really good.
Matchup I want to see with him is a guy from Washington State. I don't know if you heard of him. He goes by Ben Building on YouTube. Ben Win.
Hmm. I don't
He
know,
goes by
maybe.
Ben Building on Facebook. He trains with Jacob Abbott's team Strong
Oh,
Arms.
okay. Okay.
That guy, in my opinion, would be the only guy in like the area that'd be able to give him anything on the 176 class or around here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 176. I mean, we have one of our top light guys. Zach. I don't know. Did you meet Zach? Was he on the show when you came on? I don't know.
I think he got on right as I had gone off because I had to get off early.
Oh, yeah, that's
Remember?
right. Well, Zach, he's normally about a 145, 150 guy, but he just won national champ. He was national champion right and left at Canadian Nationals.
Oh well. Okay.
He's really talented. He did lose to Garrett Tupper in Montana, but it was
But Garrett's a beast though.
yeah, he is a beast. And it actually was a strength thing. Garrett was just that percent stronger, right? And Zach got hurt in that match, but I think it was kind of good because now Zach is like stronger than ever. Like
I have
after
a question about Canadian nationals.
sure.
So are people from the USA allowed to compete there?
If you can have a post box or some kind of address here and compete in a provincials, yes.
Okay, so we'd have to compete in provincials to qualify. So say I knew somebody in
Yes.
Canada with an address I could get mail sent to.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
No, you can. No, really you could. You know,
So
I know
I
people,
could literally say I'm getting mail sent to your house and compete at nationals
yes. Well, you compete at provincials.
and
And
then
then you
nationals.
have to compete at a provincials you
Okay.
have to at least go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So provincials is like a state tournament in the United States.
Something like that. It's like
Okay.
every province in Canada has a provincial. And
Okay.
then based on how you do at provincials, you then go to nationals. I mean, anybody can still go to nationals, but I mean, if you're getting whooped at provincials, why even go to nationals, right? So,
Exactly.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
just want to know because I think I talked to you about this last time. I think the average level in Canada is significantly higher than the United States. And
I think so for
I think
certain
it'd be
reasons.
cooler. I think it'd be cooler to win a Canadian national championship than it would be to win at the current time right now, like an
Mhm.
IFA national championship.
Yeah, because you're against the whole country, and we have killers, and there's
Yep.
like 900 or 1,000 people there. So
Yeah, because me and my cousin were talking about it, and we didn't know what we had to do, like if we wanted to try Canadian nationals one day. Like we were just talking about how cool it'd be because you guys have such high level pullers there on
mhm,
average compared to what we do.
that's right. Mile Tutton. He's coming up.
Uh,
He's a Montana boy. He's a naturally gifted guy. 22-inch and a half lever. His hand is the size of a 6'8" guy, and really good. He competes a lot in Canada, and his levels really shot up in a short time. He's only been pulling 2 years, but he competed at nationals this year in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
how did he do?
Um. Well, he didn't win. He didn't win. He didn't win. But he might have podium. I think he got a podium.
So podium is top three or top four?
Top three. Yeah.
Top three, okay.
But he competed in multiple classes, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it was right or left or
Is a
what.
22 and a half inch lever? What weight class is he in?
He's like a 220 guy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He's a freak of nature. His arm and his hand is a freak of nature, I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Never
we
heard
have
of
to talk
such
with Miles.
craziness.
I could probably find footage. He competed in well, actually, they took all the footage down, so I can't really show you that. We did did you ever see the matches from Armsgeddon?
The recent ones?
Yeah, kind of. I guess there's a few on our channel, like me pulling Chuck Young and uh
Yeah, you beat Chuck.
oh, very
You smoke Chuck.
yes. Oh, we definitely did. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. He tried everything to get out of my hand. Actually, I wanted to slip and my whole game plan always is get to straps, right? So, but Chuck, I heard that his main thing is his hands really strong. So I was like, and I didn't care. I was going to go to Strats, but he ended, and I like Chuck. He's a good friend of mine now. He's actually a good guy, believe it or not. He's a really good guy. But he managed to piss me off pretty bad before the match. And I said, well, fuck. I said, there's not going to be any straps. I'm going to show you what a strong hand is. And so I just made the whole match was just basically show that my hand was stronger, right? Because I'm a hand dominant person too, right? So and I did a pretty good job of that. Yeah.
Well, you're top roller. You gotta be hand dominant.
Well, I am a top roller, but I'm also like I haven't see I talk about top rolling, right? But I mean I didn't start out as a top roller. I started out as a side pressure hitter. So basically
Okay.
I was just like straight sideways as hard as I can and then come in and press, right? And then I started hooking and then I developed my top roll, but I actually haven't really focused on one ace. I'm like I think that's why sometimes I feel like I get mad because I put so much into the sport and I don't feel like I'm going up as fast as I want because I really focus on being well-rounded. Like,
Uh-huh.
like I in a lot of my super, like some of my super matches, I've had to pull inside to beat him because he's been a strong outside guy, or I've had to go outside because of a person's inside. So I've liked that about the super matches that I'm able to switch my style depending on the match. So that's really important to me. It's just like I want to be like Brezink. I want to be if it goes into a hook, I can control it. If I need to take into a hook, I can. If I want to roll out, go outside, then I can go outside, right? If I need to come in for the press, I can do it. So
How long
that's
have you been pulling?
August 6th will be 3 years
Okay.
competitive. Yeah.
Oh wow. So you're fairly new.
Fairly new, yeah. Oh yeah. I just was all in, like fucking eat, breathe, shit, everything arm wrestling from the day I
Yeah.
started. Yeah. I fell in love right away. Like right away. So and I was older too. I think I was 43. Yeah.
43.
43, yeah. So I'm an old guy getting into arm wrestling, right? So
Did Derick got kind of a late start too? He started at was it 33
32. Yeah.
or
yeah.
32?
But
Yeah.
I don't think it matters much. Like I'm still progressing. I'm leveling up all the time. I got a really good training. We got a good team. For one, I got two teams. So I'm over with Matt Mask and Sean at Red Deer. That's my main pulling club. But I train full time in the Deadly Dungeon. That's here in Calgary. That's Deadly Dale. He's one of my best friends. He's really good. He beat Niles Anderson. What he crushed him 3-0 at the one's Armageddon's event. That was really good. That match is on my channel too, on Through the Fingers.
Mhm.
That was a really good match. They flew Niles in. They gave him a hotel. They gave him everything, and then he was supposed to wipe the floor with my teammate, and then Dale said no and beat him 3-0. Yeah, so it was awesome. Yeah, yeah, that was really good. Yeah,
It
I'm
always
sure.
makes me jealous listening about like your guys' ability to train and have all of your clubs and everything in Canada. It seems
We
like
had
it's so
we're
big there.
solid, brother. We're
Yeah.
solid. Like, yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
so
man.
fun.
Like you got Lethbridge Club, they got 50 something members. You got the Calgary Club, I think they got like 70 members. You got the Dungeon, we're a small group there. And then my main pulling club is Red Deer. I think we got 50 solid people there, but they don't all go at once. But
Yeah.
we usually have 15 to 20 people at every practice.
Well, it's cool you get a training with Matt Mask. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we have our practice twice, 3 times a week at his house in his
That's
garage.
awesome.
Yeah. And then he has it all set up. It's fucking, yeah, it's fucking awesome. It is.
How is Matt? I've never pulled Matt. Like I want to hear it from a first person standpoint. Like how ridiculous is his hand
his
actually?
hand, his hand. Yeah. It's very, for a long time, I didn't like pulling him because I felt like a child. Like he would just manhandle me. Right. So and then I started realizing I needed to pull him. So then I started pulling him whenever I could. And his hand is very well, it's huge. Like it's all fucked up. His knuckles are all fucked up and everything, and he still gets all the way around your hand when you grip up with him, right? Like
Crazy.
mhm.
Doesn't he have almost a lot like almost a 10-inch hand?
Yeah. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's his finger not even being able to extend all the way too.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I would say. Imagine if his fingers weren't all gibbled up. Like, yeah, and his low hand
It
top.
makes them more intimidating though. Like it has to be scary to see that hand and it's all mangled looking and stuff.
Well,
Like,
his hand's intimidating when you grip up with him. I
yeah.
promise you. Yeah, I promise you. Yeah. Anybody, actually, I think people of all levels, that's what they talk about is just the size of Matt's hand, right? Like it's ridiculous.
Even Devin talks about Matt's hand. He says nobody in Matt's class has a hand like Matt.
No one, no one. No, I agree. I agree. 100%. Like I remember it was just recent. Matt was really tired. He pulled everybody. He does that. He'll pull just like for 2 hours straight. He's not quite like Devin, but he does like similar shit like Devin. And he finally got tired and I was able to stop him and I kept stopping his hit. And I tell you, even though he was tired, that was a huge accomplishment in my mind. Just to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just to be able to stop him. You know what I mean? And then he'd hit me and I'd stop him. And mind you, that's all I was doing. It's not like I wasn't beating him, but I mean, yeah, it was a good feeling. But it also helps us too, because when you feel Matt's hand, you pull against it, no one else really feels that intimidating after that.
Yeah, and so sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to pull those people that feel impossible to get
Hmm.
better.
Hmm.
Even though it sucks, you have to work with them and let them work with you and figure out what angles you need to work and have them work with you. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
I'm laughing at Nick because he doesn't know what that's like. He's just saying that because that's what I have to do when I arm wrestle with them. I guess you sit there and crank on it and it feels like you're pulling on a tree.
Yes, exactly. No, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nick looks like I haven't been able to pull Nick, but he looks like a very solid and dense person.
And so in a slow pull, there's no one in Oregon that can hang with him. You add the hit to it, and Vokton's definitely it changes it. But in a slow pull, You got to use two hands to
He's
give
like
Nick a
he's like
workout.
a Tim Lewis Torquey style.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
I
crazy.
pulled with 10 at Washington State in the after bowls.
Nice.
His left is pretty good
Yeah,
for
that's his
for
main
98
one.
guy.
Yeah.
He didn't do much pulling with his left because he had a match in a couple weeks after that. So he just like he worked 10-2 on the table. He is really solid. But
Mm.
I did see him compete in the tournament and he did extremely well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
He
he's somebody you just got to put away. You give him time to get his. He's very slow though. He's one of the slowest bowlers I've ever seen. But
but he stops you and it's over.
yes, that's right.
I feel like he's like a gatekeeper guy. Like I
He
feel
is.
like the up and comers always call him out for the super matches, and if
Well,
you can beat him, you kind of are good for the next level.
Cody, the Nick met him, Mighty Mouse.
Yep.
He challenged him. That's what that's why he picked
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
He's like, if I beat him, then it's like, yeah, then I'll be known. I'm like, yeah.
yep.
I'm like, that'd be a good match because Cody's also he's torquey diesel strong, so it'd be very interesting. But I don't know, Tim. It just seems like once he starts going, there's nothing stopping him. Just like a diesel engine. It's just, you know.
Yeah, and dude, he has the craziest build when you see him in person.
Oh yeah.
He's really short, but he's large.
Yeah,
His
he's
arms are
all arms.
ginormous. He's
Yeah,
all arms, man. His arms are ginormous.
No, I know. He well again, I think I look at I kind of still look at like even your type of pulling. Like I've seen you too, just all of a sudden I've watched some of your matches. And once you start pulling sideways, it just seems like it just moves. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
well, not always sideways. Sometimes it can come back a bit, but it just seems like it goes, So yeah.
Yeah, typically if I can get people on my side of the table, it's a payday. But if I can get put on if I get put on
The B
the
side.
defense, the B sides where I have a hard
You
time.
just don't train in you don't train in the negative enough, probably.
Yeah, I don't have enough people to put. I don't have strong enough people to put me there unless it's with two hands usually. So I don't have the time to work that, and I need that. So I need to start going up to marks more and training with those guys.
Here's a little tip. We used to have that problem, but now when we do it, like when we warm up, it's a little different. A lot of guys they do the wrist thing and then they pin and pin slowly. We don't really do that for a warm up. So what we like to do is just statics for warming up. So we'll do a lat back pressure against each other and hold for 30 seconds. We'll do a high posting back pressure, hold for 30 seconds. I'll take him down near the pin pad and I'll make him hold me for 30 seconds. He'll do that to me. I'll hold him for 30 seconds. And we do this about 2 times. Then you let the blood get in there. You feel good. And then we start pulling, but everything is ramping. So we start off like 30, 40%. And we would just eventually ramp and ramp and ramp and ramp. And then we'll play around. Like we'll play like the counter game where like I'll like beat your top roll. And then you got to come in, suck me into a hook. And this is how we do it. But for that, what you're talking about in the negative, when you're pulling somebody and he's a little weaker than you, but he's strong, you still pick somebody that's decently strong. Go right to that negative, right to the pin pad, and not necessarily don't use all your strength just to rip them back, but try to use technique and stuff to get out of it. Like let the person get you to the pad, like, and then work out of it and bring them back. And don't pin them,
Okay.
just bring them back to center and then let them get you down there again. And then
Okay.
at 60, 70%, the number one thing, if you're brought down here and you're dragging, best thing to do is bring your elbow forward, right? Because you bring your
Yep.
elbow forward, you pull it, you bring it up, right? And then you can either roll out or you can come inside, right? But do that, work in the negative and allow them to let them take you right to an inch of the pad and just work on, you know what I mean? Just getting out of it.
Yeah.
But don't use all your power. Don't be like, wow, because you can do that maybe, but try to work it, and then that's a good way to train your negative, right? If you're always in practice allowing guys to kind of try to pin you in a deep negative and you're getting out of it, that will help increase that. And it'll build that comfortability being in a negative position. Anyway, that's
Okay.
my advice. We do that, right? So
Yeah. We have to come to like a practice or something. That'd be so fun to make
Oh, it'd
a
be
road
amazing.
trip out of it.
Yeah, we do like our practices, I'm told by the people in the States, are a lot different. Like
Yeah.
apparently there's a lot of redlining competition champ practices or practice champ things going on. We don't really
There's
we don't do a lot of that.
there is a lot of people that do focus on pins, and there's a time and place for that, and I
Yes, yes.
agree. I mean, yeah, you are right. Like you should mainly be working 10 to 2.
Yep. Yep.
10 to 2 on the clock. That's the most important spots because if you can get a stop at 10, you're probably in good hands. And if you can get people to 2 off the go, then you're probably going to win the match.
That makes a lot of sense. And like that's why a lot of times when I actually crack somebody, I won't actually fully pin them. I'll just be like, "Oh, I got you," and then we'll go back to center. Oh, look at that, I got you. I'll do that.
Yeah.
And there's also we do go 100% sometimes, but it will be like so gradual where finally, like we've worked up to where we're going all out. And I find I'm never sore the next day. I'm not when I used to just go and try to pin people at practice, I was always going home like, oh my God, like always hurting. I was like, I started doing it this way where you just gradually ramp up during practice and you'll find that you're less sore and you're allowing all the blood to get in there way before you even give them like a max effort, right?
Yeah. So when me and Bok Tong are Ernest at the same practices, what we'll normally do is we'll kind of warm up, and then it'll just be S3. We'll like on the days we want to be like really hard on each other, we'll like literally we will pull on each other until we can't pull anymore. But that's the
Yep.
only time we'll do that. It's
Yep.
because it's only when us three are there because that's the only time we actually have
To
that
do it.
sort of resistance.
Yep. Yep. And the other thing is, and I keep stressing this every podcast, communication. Like whenever you go into the practice table, you should always be looking at the guy across from you and letting him know what you're expecting out of this exchange. Be like, hey
Yep.
man, I'm like, hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? If he's new to the club, hey, I'm Brian, man. Listen, I want to try to work on my top roll. Can you mind if we do that? And then we'll work on whatever you want to work on. And then you use that communication. If he says, listen, I just want to work up and to actually go 80, 90%, be like, okay, but can we go slow? Can we just ease into it then? You know what I mean? And then eventually, if you have good communication on the table, you'll always get the most out of practice. Like if you
Yeah.
always, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of times I'll go to practice, guys just go, let's go. You know what I mean? And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, hey, okay. You know what I mean?
I haven't even warmed up yet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, there's guys that just want to pull like that right away. And I'm like, listen, like, come on, we can do that. Now let me feel what you're about. Let me feel your move. You know what I
See,
mean? Some,
I, I'm the type of guy that wants to do whatever my person that wants to train anything wants to do. I'm down to do whatever. Someone wants to work on the top roll, I'll work on that. Then they want to work their center table, we'll work on that. Typically, what I'm working on is what you talked about earlier, because that's my weakness is just trying to get my bicep lock good.
yeah,
So I'll typically have guys use 2 hands on me and pull me in. Derek specifically, when he uses 2 hands on me, he asked to do it, and when he asked to do it, he asked what position I would want to be in
yep,
when he does it,
yep,
and he'll pull me to that position to open me up, and then he'll bring me back to center, and then I'll be like, hey, so can you pull me out of a press? He'll pull me out of my press, and he'll bring me
yep,
to center, and then we'll just keep working that.
yeah.
Like it goes for anybody that uses two hands on anybody. You should be communicating because
Yeah, you get hurt if you don't. Yeah.
exactly. It goes for
Yeah.
anybody using 2 hands on people. Like Derek has people that uses two hands on him too, and I'm sure he communicates with them as well, like
Yeah,
what to do, where to pull him.
yeah, yeah.
Do,
Or
do you
use
have
a band.
situations like that, Derek?
Yeah. So you just kind of like, it just depends. Like if I need my arm to be opened, but I need to have my pronation intact to keep a lot of my strength, I'll have them pull in a different direction. Or if I want my pronation taxed, then I'll be, hey, wrap your hand around this way. But yeah, like I just think it's important to know that you're working a specific angle, not just trying to pin the person
No,
that you're
I agree
practicing
with
with.
you 100%. One thing we do, and I'm good at it, is if I'm going up against somebody stronger than me, which doesn't happen that much anymore, but if there is someone superior to me, we'll use a band. But what I
Yeah,
do is I wrap the band around me, it'll go under this shoulder, it'll go around my back, and it will
under
go,
your armpit.
yeah, and it will
Yeah,
attach to his hand, right?
yeah.
And when we're pulling, I'll be going like this. So
Hmm.
I'll be driving and I'll be going like this. And then when starts getting me, I'll really reach back and I'll get him back. You know what I mean? But you
Yep.
you can use a band with somebody that's more superior or less superior than you, and it does wonders. Like, you know what I mean? There's ways.
And it doesn't change the angles. Like it still
Nope.
feels like you're arm wrestling. The
Yes,
exact way that
exactly.
you explain is how we do it. It's super
Yeah.
effective.
Yeah, it is. It's really effective. And, like anybody that says, "Oh, I'm not getting," listen, doesn't matter who you got at your practice, there's ways to benefit from them. Like, whether it's working on your
And
defense,
endurance.
transition. Yeah, endurance especially, like I yeah, I'm a firm believer it doesn't you can make it work no matter what you
What
have.
does Matt do with you guys since he's so much stronger than you guys? What does he do with you guys?
Well, Matt just basically lets us well, see, we have the motto, the senior guy holds, the junior guy works. And that's what we do, right? Like the senior guy is not there to crush the junior guy. The senior guy is there is to hold, let the other guy work and guide him. Like, actually Matt will tell me that, like, how to beat him. Matt will explain to me what to do while I'm pulling him. He'll be like, okay, you need to climb, you need to get the height now. You know what I mean? Or he'll be like, no, Brian, now's where your low hand, or he'll explain it. He'll voice it to me as I'm pulling him. And then eventually I sometimes get him. Mind you, he's not going 100%. Like he's just slow pulling with me, but he'll actually coach me through it until I got him. And that's what I do too now. So the junior guy, I will coach him. I will be like, okay, now climb. You know what I mean? Okay, you got me there. Listen, okay, bring that out. You need to start coming in now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Well, and as he gets stronger, it actually makes you stronger. Like
right.
because he's giving you more and more resistance. You're almost using him like he's a static weight on your arm.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
That's
an immovable force that eventually becomes movable in a way.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, John Brzenk did that for years. That's how he always trained, right?
yeah,
He would he would work out. He'd work out on his bicep, but he'd do it in training. He would work out on this, but he'd do it in training, just by voicing what he wanted, right?
yeah.
And Bob Brown knew exactly what he wanted. So Bob Brown would either use the band or two hands until John started getting tired. And then when John got really fatigued, he would start using one hand with John, right?
Yeah.
I've listened to all of it, right? Like I studied all of it.
Impressive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And another thing for your bicep locks, you should be doing table curls. I know
Yep.
people advise against them, but we've done them, and my fucking stop now is getting retarded. So what
That's
we
true.
do is we do table curls. So we start like this, and we bring it all the way down to the pad,
Yep.
and then we hold it, and then we bring it up. You know what I mean? I got up to 145-pound dumbbell 7 times. Is my peak.
Dang.
Yeah. But what we do too is we'll do our max weight, like 145, let's say 150. I'm not really at that now because I destroyed my elbow, but I would get to that. And then the next set would be 95 pounds, and we take it down like to our lock, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, and not down like this. I see guys doing table curls like this. This does nothing.
No, you've
Right.
got to go towards an arm where you're being
Yes.
towards like
A
you're being pinned.
natural, yes. And you want to feel that tendon getting stretched when you're going down and holding it. But I recommend if you want to build a stop and a good stop, table curls, man. I don't care. They've
I
worked. I've
used to
seen
do a
work on
lot of
four guys.
those.
I've seen 4 guys become almost unpinnable from doing it. So I know because there's 4 of us now. We're not easy to pin.
Yeah.
Like you have to come in with a big press. You know what I mean?
I forget the video I posted on Facebook. I don't know if it's 180 or 160, but I have a video on Facebook of me doing it. I think it's 180. It's a single arm left arm table curl.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Oh, I believe it. You look like a brick house, buddy.
Yeah, Nick's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like
Oh, yeah.
excited if I get up around the 100-pound dumbbell. He's like,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I'll send him a video and he'll be like, "Oh, I've never tried that before," and sends me a video 5 minutes later doing,
almost
double the amount or something.
yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, a good way, even if you were to do them, Derek, start with like do a 95, do
Mhm,
that for max, right?
mhm.
It's just a table curl, right? You down towards the pad and then up, right?
Yeah,
Do that and then take like a 55, like just to start, right? To get,
yeah,
start somewhere. Take a 55, do it, hold it for 5, and do reps. Do as many as you
yeah,
can. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But always hold it for 5 seconds. It's that hold for 5 seconds. And don't stop. Wait until your arm just flops it just hits the table. Like
Okay.
we always
So,
go till failure.
so in isometric, you
Yes,
hold it until it rips you open.
yes, yes, and we always go until that happens. Always.
Hey,
Yep.
I appreciate you letting me on, but I gotta jump off and
Mm,
do some
no
stuff with
problem,
the
buddy.
family. But it was
Oh,
nice
that's
meeting
okay.
you.
It was nice meeting you
Um,
too, man. I
uh,
look forward to meeting you actually. So
yep. But we'll have to get up there sometime and try to
yeah,
have some fun at a practice or a tournament. I
yeah,
appreciate it.
That'd
we're
be
gonna get
cool.
down there too. Okay,
All
brother.
right.
You
Take
have a
it
good
easy.
night. Okay,
See you,
take
Later,
man.
care,
Derek.
man. Yeah.
Hey.
I tried getting Jody on. I sent him a link, but I think he's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, why not? I'll send it. What did he say? Oh, he didn't say nothing. He sent me all his videos of he sent me his super match videos, but I haven't had time to watch them yet. Which
Mhm.
I will. But I did send you a link, Jody, if you're still there. Yeah. If you got 10 minutes, hear about your match with David Till. I heard David got a press pin on Jody.
He did. I was in David's corner coaching him, and I was like, dude, I see an opportunity, just go for the press, and he went for the press.
He's actually pretty fast with it too.
Well, that's the thing is I told him where to set up on the pass. Set up to the front left corner,
Mhm.
and don't necessarily like what's it called? Where you let people see what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't telegraph it
Don't telegraph
with
it.
your shoulder. With your shoulder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he telegraphed with his feet, and I don't think Jody was paying attention to his feet. But
Oh,
he,
okay.
he did just perfect with his shoulder to where it
Oh,
caught
that's
Jody off guard, but it didn't happen again though. And then I pulled I pulled David in the tournament.
oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, he's a good I like David too.
Yes, he's improving super well.
Yeah.
What? All right. I got a few more minutes, and then I gotta
Oh, yeah,
hop
no
off the old
worries.
phone.
Well, we're just we got on. We got to shoot the shit, hear about the weekend a bit, talk
Yeah.
theory. I like bro
Whenever,
science a lot. So
yeah, whenever you have podcasts, man, just invite me on, and I'm down to talk.
okay, man, that's good to know because
Yeah.
I just love talking arm wrestling. Like I
I
love it.
like talking arm wrestling too. I don't have a whole lot of people to talk about it with besides my cousin usually. So
Yeah, my wife hates it. She usually gets mad at me. I don't want to hear about arm wrestling no more.
so my wife yesterday after going to the arm wrestling tournament, she's like, I want you to start training me in arm wrestling again. I was like, all right, I'll fucking do it then.
Nice. That's awesome.
So starting tomorrow after she gets off work, I'm gonna bring her to the gym and I'm gonna show her a routine. We have all the stuff we need at home, obviously, but yeah,
See,
I'm
that'd
just
be
gonna.
cool. My daughter arm wrestles. So
Okay,
we ever meet, my daughter and your wife can have a match.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, like she's only had one big super match, and she's had a couple super matches, but her big super match was at the Armageddon event. It was the
Yeah.
televised event. Yeah, she pulled some. I don't know who the girl. Oh, it was Jaron Blackmore's mother.
Okay.
But it was cool. It was on TV and everything. It was actually pretty cool. Yeah,
Well,
she taught.
I've always told my wife she needs to arm wrestle because she's 5'10". She's got a 20-inch lever. She's got an eight and a
Wow.
half inch hand, 8.5 inch hand, but she doesn't know what to do with it yet. So I
No,
told
but
her
she's got so much on every other woman.
she does, and I told her
Yeah,
that I was like, babe, you are so genetically gifted for this that like you don't even understand.
yeah,
She's like, well, explain to me then, and I was like, okay, well, we'll work on stuff then. So,
yeah.
but you want to hop on the podcast on Tuesday?
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. You could probably come on Tuesday. I don't see an issue. I don't think
Or
it will all
or
depend on whether I end up doing. I might be doing. There's a what's his name? That Tomlinson guy. He's a left-hander.
Tony Tomlinson.
Yes, he's got a match in Lethbridge. October. He's coming here in October
Who,
12th.
who is
He's
he
pulling
pulling?
Dustin Houghton. Yes.
Okay, so that'll be a fun match. Dustin Heaton's he's super fast.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good. He got second. He got second on both hands at the Florida qualifier. He won the Arnold's this
He won
year.
Arnold's left hand, and then he
Yes,
lost to my teammate Ernest on the right.
on the right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, he's
Yep,
actually really, really good on the left, man. Like he's a
yeah, I know
kid.
him quite well. And then he beat David Till pretty
I
bad.
knew he was going to beat David. Yeah, I knew that. Not
I,
nothing
I was
against David, but yeah,
I was surprised he beat Ernest the way he did.
yeah. Well, he beats a lot of people like that. Yeah,
Well, yeah, I've never seen Ernest be well. Besides when I've done it, I've never seen Ernest be flashed that fast and ever. And I was
yeah.
like, that guy is awesome.
Yes, his hit is It's something else. His dad, the whole Houghton family, they have some fast twitch muscle fibers. I don't know what's going on, but they're fast. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that might be happening, but it doesn't matter. We do one every night. So I'll keep you informed and we'll try to get you on. But yeah, Tony Tomlinson, yeah. And I heard he's good. I've seen him pull.
So back when he was really good, I don't know how good. Haven't seen him compete in a while, but when he was like really heavy and before he lost all his weight,
Yeah.
he was one of the highest ranked guys left hand in North America for a
That's what
while.
I heard. Yeah, he was like top 5.
He was number 1 in California left hand for a long time.
Yeah. So that'd be an interesting match then.
Yeah.
Well, Dustin's no joke, so if he sleeps on Dustin, he's gonna regret it. Yeah. Because a lot of guys like a little bit. Most guys don't know much about us Canadian boys, right? So
You guys are tough.
yeah. A lot of guys think, oh, they're from Canada. Oh.
Hey.
And then they find out, yeah. But hey, brother, love having you on. It's been
Oh, you have a
awesome.
good night, bro.
You too, buddy. Take
All right.
care. Thanks everyone for joining.